What's up, y'all?
Welcome
welcome
back.
back to another episode of
Don't do that.
Don't Do That.
Right here on 16 TV
On YouTube.
for Epic Fridays.
Yeah. All right. So this
Smoke
Friday,
of the Ep.
Smoke of the Ep.
Marion Berry Kush. I don't know if it's a sativa or indica.
Marion Berry Kush. Do them like this. Do them like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom. This is what we are blowing right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and today we are doing Batman Beyond and Supergirl
With the gate.
Terry.
Wow, yeah.
For people that know, if you know, you know.
You know.
If you know, you know.
Terry. Damn it.
They still need to come out with that movie. I'm not gonna let go of that. I'm gonna die on that hill. I need a Batman Beyond.
Yeah, they missed their chance with one of the best actors in the world to be able to play that part. They don't let that man get old and crippled.
About letting Clint Eastwood do Bruce Wayne. That would have been hilarious if he would have did.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been right on point.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been tight. Could have did what's that? Could have did was it El Camino?
Gran Trevino.
Could have did Gran Trevino, but in Gotham.
Exactly.
All right, so today, one of the top stories that I have for you.
You can go ahead and start it off.
Oh, I'll just start it off then. That boy Tyler Perry is wildin' out. Wildin'. Okay, so what he's doing, or allegedly, what he's doing, he has someone. I'm not going to even go into names. I'm just going to let y'all look it up because I don't, But so the story goes that he saw this guy and he invited this guy over to his house for a get together. And the guy got drunk and he said, "No, man, you don't need to drive. You stay here. You go in my guest room." The guy, of course, was drunk. Didn't have any PJs, so he stripped down to his underwear. And he got in the bed. He got in the bed, and he got to laying there. He's buzzed. He's drunk. Whatever. He's laying there. He falls asleep. He wakes up, and he says, allegedly, that Tyler Perry got in the bed with him and started feeling on him, and yeah. So we are talking sexual assault, and we are talking the sum. We are talking the sum of $260 million.
Ooh-wee.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa. So this guy, who I'm not going to say their name, but this guy was on the Oval. He was on one of Tyler Perry's shows, The Oval. And the character that he played was a guy that watched social media for money or something like that. He would do just about anything for money, which is weird that Tyler Perry would cast him in a role where he would do anything for money. And then I guess old boy didn't want to do anything for money.
Just anything for money.
So allegedly, that's what's going on in the entertainment world right now. It is all over the internet, and we will see how these things develop. Everybody got to understand, you can't be out here diddling, man. You can't be out here diddling.
Yeah, you really can't be out here.
The diddler already showed you.
You
can't be out here diddling.
You can't be out here diddling. Can't be the diddling.
Hey, diddy diddle.
Cat and fiddle. Cat and fiddle. All right, guys. So I've been trying to stay away from this subject a little bit. But
what
not really.
What subject is that?
Well, we're going to talk about Adrianna Smith again. I talked about her briefly before she had the baby removed from her body. Okay, because they want to say that she gave birth. She did not give birth. Okay, she was dead. Dead. Dead is what she was. The baby was removed from the body via dead body. Okay. Baby's name is Chance. Perfect name because it was a chance that they took. So an update on it. He was obviously premature. He was born at 25 weeks of gestation, weighing only 1 pound and 13 ounces.
Wow.
Requires care in the NICU department. He has fluid buildup in the brain. Doctors have observed a buildup of fluid in his brain, which raises concerns about potential health issues like blindness, immobility, or even death. Severe brain bleed now. Baby Chance is already experiencing a severe brain bleed, which can lead to further complications. While the family hopes he will be okay, he is currently fighting for his life and requires prayers. Obviously, the details of the emergency C-section are unclear. And that whole situation is extremely heartbreaking. Heartbreaking that the fact that not only did you put the family through that, you put a dead body, a corpse through that. Like, I don't understand how that's not some sort of felony crime when it comes to a dead body. You then proceed to keep this woman alive. Okay.
It's just nasty
now
and
call
weird
me
hearing it. So
call me a conspiracy theorist, okay? If you so be it. But I feel like she was an experiment. All right, and it's
expound.
No, the reason why I say something like that, it's already been proven through history, through several years of decades, centuries of history, that they did valid experiments on Black women. Okay. Now, they've already did an experiment already not too long ago with a 12-year-old girl who was raped. If you think about it, made her go through that whole pregnancy. Doctor had to have a conversation with a 12-year-old girl on how she was about to deliver a child. No doctor and no child should ever have to go through that conversation. While the man only has a $50 million bond, but here we are. So $50,000 bond. $50,000 bond, and that's it. For rape.
For raping a 12-year-old.
Raping a 12-year-old and impregnating her. Now, when you think about it, they did an experiment of like, okay, well, survival. Okay, child was able to survive. You know, Texas kind of thing. I feel like Texas reminds me of Game of Thrones.
I feel like I'm remiss if I don't ask you. This man raped a 12-year-old girl.
Yep, and I think you already know the answer to the question. You might be answering.
$50,000 was his bail. That's all. I don't even have to ask, was he white?
You know you don't have to. You know you don't have to. Now.
You see how that go?
Now. You see that?
That's what I've been talking about. See that?
Kids at a young age can have babies. All right?
They would have threw his ass under the jail. Then you
have keeping somebody alive.
Under the jail.
To deliver to have a baby. To have a baby taken from the body. You guys are disgusting.
But then
you guys are nasty. You guys just defamation to a corpse.
That's the one thing, though. It's just
like I can't believe
you're gonna get yours, but it's just the judicial system and how they.
Well, the thing is,
divvy out time
on that subject,
and who they divvy out time to.
On that subject too. since we're on the subject of the 12-year-old girl.
Mm.
Now, if a doctor was going to, now mind you, he's only going to be going to jail if he gets convicted for rape. All right, that's it. Rape of a minor, and that's it. A person getting an abortion will get more time
than he did for raping a 12-year-old.
A person who now has a miscarriage now can do possible prison time for murder.
What country are we living in where a man that rapes a 12-year-old girl can do less time than someone who is making a choice with their own body?
And then you have, again, now a woman who was experimented on to keep her alive, and now you have this child that who knows if this child is even going to survive. This child is going through constant pain. Okay, so now what are we telling the child that's alive and well about his mom? Did his mom die in her sleep? Is that what we're going to tell this child now? She goes in for a headache. Just a headache. Gets prescribed medication for a headache. And then less than 24, 48 hours, she's back in the emergency room and whatnot, dead. So if that doesn't sound like a scientific experiment to you, a hypothesized scientific experiment to you, I don't know what is. Because now that they see that they can get you to at least term enough to be able to somewhat survive, imagine what that next step is going to be.
It's going to be growing babies.
Growing babies.
In just wombs. Body don't even have to be alive. Yeah, about to get to like some real dystopian Matrix battery.
But y'all wanted this. You wanted this.
Definitely control the population, man. That's what it's all about. Population control. Less people equal more resources for the people that are here. So
I pray that our thoughts or anything, however you think about it, I pray for the day that child does not have to feel any more pain.
Man.
That baby. You women that are praising this, you disgust me. You're nasty. You're not godly. You're not holy. And if that's the case, we'll see each other in hell. Go ahead.
I got nothing. That is just yeesh. Dead body gives birth. This is about to become the new norm. What country are we living in? We got senators being tackled to the ground, put in handcuffs. We got
dead women being forced to attempt to deliver a child or have a child full term.
We got police brutality on 12.
Yeah.
Because the police just feel like they have someone that speaks their language. You can do whatever you want. And it's real dangerous right now. It's really dangerous. I don't get it. But if you have heard, maybe you haven't heard, this is hip hop news. So, I mean, people that are into the music, if you know anything about grinding, you know, the Clips, then you know that Clips has now dropped a new CD, one song of which is called So Be It. Now, So Be It takes shots at someone who, frankly, I didn't care if this person got shots taken at them because I gotta agree that I don't really check for people in the rap game that don't rap. So they're dissing, or I think it's more Pusha T is dissing Travis Scott.
Hmm.
And there are some people that are backing him up on, his going after Travis Scott. But me, I kind of agree with Pusha T on the fact that he never made my radar just because he's not an MC. You can't make my radar without bars. That's the only way you make. That's the only way you get my attention. If you don't have bars, you do not get my attention. So be certain people that be like, 16, have you heard of this? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't listen to the hibbity. Woo! I don't listen to that. I don't listen to that. You got to have bars for me to listen to you. So Travis Scott. Ooh, what are you talking about? But for people that are into that type of thing, somebody that I like that has bars, Pusha T, is roasting Travis Scott and going after him on So Be It. The video is on this platform. Go ahead and search that and get him a listen.
All right. So, on to some more heavy stuff, because as promised, I am
Keeping the theme,
keeping
baby.
the theme.
Yes.
So, okay.
Okay.
All right, so we have the gentleman by the name of Donovan Lewis. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, on August 30th of 2022, Columbus police served a warrant at Lewis's apartment in the Hilltop neighborhood for improperly handling a firearm, assault, and domestic violence. Officers knocked on the front door for about 8 to 10 minutes before a resident of the apartment opened the door. Now, what I'm going to sit here and say like this. You come to my house at 2 o'clock in the motherfucking morning.
Preach.
Really? So you think it's really I'm going to
come right to
the door? No.
Why are you here at 2 a.m.? I'm in my drawers playing the game, smoking my joint. Why are you bothering me?
Now, as soon as they opened the door, police detained. Officers knocked on the front door for about 8 to 10 minutes before a resident of the apartment opened the door. Police detained him and another resident. Police released a canine unit, which walked into the kitchen before approaching and barking at Lewis's bedroom door. Officer Ricky Anderson, a 30-year veteran of the department, opened the bedroom door and almost immediately fired once, hitting Lewis. Police claimed Lewis was holding a vape pen in his hands, but it is not visible in the recording. Lewis is then handcuffed by officers Knox and Dodrill, who were present at the scene. Police carried him outside the apartment where they performed CPR. Lewis was transported to a hospital, later pronounced dead. Now, question on that part is, how do you deliver CPR to a handcuffed dead person? I'm really curious on that part, because it's weird to me. Okay, now body camera footage of the shooting was released the same day as the shooting, along with footage of 2 recent non-fatal Columbus police shootings. The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation is investigating the shooting. On October 25th, the Franklin County Coroner's Office ruled Lewis's death a homicide. March 3rd, 2023, Anderson retired from the CDP in bad standing due to the ongoing investigation into his death. And on August 4th, Anderson was indicted on charges of reckless homicide and murder. Now, it was expected to go to trial in May, but in February they had pushed it to July 9th.
Okay.
Now, we got to remember, indicted does not mean charged. Okay? indicted only means that the jury has enough evidence to take this to trial. Okay, so it's going to trial. And
so you still got time to weasel wiggle.
Yeah, but from what the picture that I've seen, he's in jail. He is in jail. He was in a jumpsuit, an orange jumpsuit. So there probably is no bond. I don't think so. I didn't really look too deep into that. All I know is I get tired of seeing people of color, because that's all I ever see nowadays, even though I know I'm not taking away from the fact that there are some other people that do get killed by police, but the majority is people of color. And quite frankly, I get tired of seeing it. I'm getting tired of seeing people being murdered, running away from cops, and then getting shot.
Right. When you got your back to someone, you're running away. They shouldn't feel threatened because you're running away.
And the fact that as soon as you open up the door to somebody's bedroom, you immediately shoot.
They're trying to get that reaction time from when they in training. They think everything is a gun. Everything.
The fact that, yeah, he had a vape pen in his hand.
Would have been a 12-year-old
there was no weapons.
With a lollipop.
I mean, there was a 12-year-old with a play gun that got shot and killed. Where the 911 operator failed to disclose important information such as this could be a toy gun and that it could be a minor.
Would have been nice.
Tamir Rice would have been alive still.
They don't care. They don't.
No, but then, that's what it is nowadays.
Y'all have no idea. It's just constant every week, 3 times a week. We go in and bring up some of the most disgusting and vile and repugnant stuff that's going on in this country. Make America great again, though. Make America great again.
For who? For who?
It's really heavy when you really sit down and think about it. It's really heavy.
It's disgusting. So, all right. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, get notified for each and every time we drop new content. We will see you next time. And don't do that. I'm mad as hell Monday. Peace.
Peace.